Well, as Blake, my colleague in D.C., just talked about, Hillary Clinton fielding questions on her emails while she was at the State Department.
I have said repeatedly, I want those emails out. Nobody has a bigger interest in getting them released than I do. I respect the State Department. They have their process that they do for everybody, not just for me. But anything that they might do to expedite that process, I heartily support.
Howard Kurtz is with me now. He is the host of Media Buzz on Fox News. Howard, in your view, how did Hillary Clinton do answering those questions?
Well, first of all, at least she answered a few questions from the press corps after nearly a month. She was getting battered by the media, by Republicans for just being in the bunker. So I hope this is not just that she's not going to go another month without answering questions, because when she waits so long, everything builds up. Now,
Howard,
she didn't break a lot of ground with those answers.
But you did say wait so long, and it's true that there's been a deafening silence. Why was that part of her strategy?
I guess because nobody is within, 60 points of her for the Democratic nomination, but still, you cannot run for president this way. Now, she didn't break a lot of new ground with those answers. She said, yes, in effect, here's the translation. I'm very, very rich, but I used to be middle class, and I care about the middle class. And then she pivots to this, I'm going to change the stacked deck for ordinary Americans. And on the emails, she and her team must be very frustrated that her former department, the State Department, is not going to release those emails. Of course, this is a problem of her own creation until January, because that's just before the Iowa caucuses. The timing could not be worse for her, but she can't do anything about it.
Okay, she can't do anything about it, and obviously you just pointed out what she is hoping to do, which is appeal to the middle class, which was very much part of her announcement video, because I remember you and I spoke about that. But if we look to the other side of the aisle, Jeb Bush announcing that he will not be participating in the Iowa straw poll. What do you think of that move? Should other candidates do the same?
Well, not many of the Republican candidates have committed to the Iowa straw poll. And there's no mystery about Jeb saying, I don't do straw polls. Iowa's not a great state for him. If he did compete and something that ultimately doesn't count, he'd probably finish 5th or 6th, and we'd write millions of stories about what a weak candidate he is. But what I'm saying is the media ought to follow Jeb's lead, because we are the ones that pretend every 4 years that this non-representative straw poll in Ames, Iowa, where you can essentially buy the election, you can bus in thousands of supporters, you can ply them with free food and entertainment, that it means anything. The last person to win the straw poll in 2011, Michelle Bachmann, and her campaign promptly tanked after that. So Jeb's out. I think the media ought to stop going there and stop pretending that the Iowa straw poll has any significance.
But Howard, what about, I don't know, it's a tradition, right? And it's even, as you say, it can be bought, it still is a convention, for lack of a better term.
Yes, but it's not indicative of anything. I mean, past winners include Pat Robertson. And the year that George H.W. Bush lost to Ronald Reagan, he won the Iowa straw poll. So it doesn't even tell us very much if you just want to get into the pure horse race handicapping business. It's just, dog days of August. It's something for the press to liven things up. But I do think it's become kind of a sham.
Little road trip to Ames, Iowa. Howard Kurtz, thank you very much for joining me there from Fox News. Well, the